How's it going, legend? So today we've got like a easy death metal pattern idea, and I want to build on this one. So we've got the guitar in E flat, but this will work in any tuning if you just want to take this idea and play it on your guitar. But if you want to play along with what I'm doing, then yeah, it's going to help if you've got a guitar in E flat. So I think these ideas are so simple that do we need tabs for them? If you listen to what I'm saying in the notes, it's very simple. So we start off on that 5th string and we go 1 and 2. Frets 1 and 2. And I'll just do a power chord. You can do single notes, right? So we're just going to go 1, 2 and then grab 3rd fret on the 6th string. That's it to start with, okay? Then all you're going to do on top of that, or adding to it, it's going to go from that 4th fret on the 5th string and just go back chromatically, which just means 1 fret at a time. We're just going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. So from the very beginning, and think of it when you go 4, 3, 2, 1 is the beginning again. That's the rhythm we want going with this one. And then a variation so we're not just doing the same thing. So instead of the 4, 3, 1, we're just going to go to that 1st fret. Then from the top. Then we can introduce tremolo picking. Now, one thing that I always want you to think of, and I cover this a lot when I'm talking about these ideas, is that when you're tremolo picking, it's almost like that's on automatic and then you get the groove. We could look at this part as like, we're doing 2s. I think that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm not even thinking of it like I better do 6. There's just this like, once this is on automatic, you just get that lock in with, even if you're doing it just in quarter notes, then you're just going with the like that rhythm of it. There's no, I find that's the easiest way to play tremolo picking, instead of thinking, oh, I need to do exactly 2 or exactly 4 or something like that. I just find that such a easy approach to it. And then you get that. It just makes you speed up that process, like, just helps you lock in. And that's just the way my brain thinks about it, instead of like, I've got to do 4, I've got to do 6, I've got to do 2 at a time. Even when I was doing those 3s, you know. Was that to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's in 3s. You know, you just get that groove happening, because if you had to sort of, what happens is if you start thinking of things just like having to do 3s or 4s, I have a tendency to want to accent the 4. That's something that slowed me down for a long time, is I'd always want to accent that 4. It'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Every time that 1 came around, you'd sort of like dig in just a little bit harder, and that throws you off if you want to get that sort of speed of something happening. So that's the idea of that riff. So we've got And you can just do this with any of these ideas. There was like one I did yesterday where I was doing another simple idea. You're just going 2, 3 on the 5th string, 4th fret on the 6th string, and then 5th fret. And if you notice too, I'm always covering the 4 frets. So it's very easy. I was trying to do 2s yesterday. And that's why I said trying to tab this out. All you've got to remember is you just got a simple idea. And then just try to figure out how many beats you're going to do on each one of those notes. Another question I was also asked is with my tremolo picking, am I doing it from the wrist where I'm sort of, he was asking if I've got like a point in the wrist here and I'm doing that. I'm not doing that. It's almost like when I do it, it's almost like, see how your hand turns like this? When I tremolo pick, it's doing that. It's like I'm letting it, I'm over exaggerating how much your hand can move, but it's that motion, the way you can twist your hand around. So when I'm doing it, it's like I'm leaving the hand loose and just getting this like that type of thing. If it's a slower tempo, then I might use the thumb wiggle. So that'll be like a... But then when I get faster, it's like this little hand up and down shake sort of thing. Not going from the wrist on a flat plane like that. You know, I'm not trying to do it like that way. It's from this, the hand like dips down and then it comes back up. And it's trying to get, but not a big motion. You're trying to just go like a little down, little up, just like a little wiggle in the hand like that. And that's how that's why I'll rest my fingers on the body of the guitar, and that keeps the depth consistent. So you'll notice then, like even then I switched to like, if you've watched enough of my vids, the first easy death metal pattern. And you switch it, you link all these ideas together. It's not like it's one whole piece. This is what I do, and hey, everyone can do it however you want, but I come up with lots of little ideas that I link together. So the first part would be, but instead of always going, the only difference is I'm going forward 1, 2 on that one instead of 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 2, 3, 4. You just come up with like little variations to make it different. And so that's what, you know, today I was just got home playing guitar and like, oh, that sounds like a cool riff. And I get that groove happening and then just throw in that tremolo pick, locks in. Then another idea I had too, if we look at this chromatic idea, and we just go 1, 2, 3 and 4. Very simple idea. But how could you make that more interesting than just like, well, how about we go, and then, so we go 1, 2, 3, then we just go 4, 3, 2. And use power power chords palm muted. Then try, you know, a challenging thing is going to be trying to speed that up. And I found that if I do it with my first finger and the pinky holding a power chord shape like that, then you go. A little bit sort of sloppy, but I think it's got to have that looseness to it. And I'm even doing the down up motion to try to do that faster. So it's just like lots of variations of going that, you know, 3 up, 3 back down. It's just, yeah, there's so much you can do if you just try to use your imagination. And you'll notice I always stay, like, big thing I do is around those first 4 frets. And then, once again, if you've got this pattern, move it up. So that's another thing I love to do. Once you've got a pattern you like, just experiment moving it around the fretboard. It's like using scales but moving scales around. So all of these different ideas you can use. And yeah, it's just experimenting and just finding ways, and then introducing rhythm, which is another thing I've talked about a lot, is how start listening to drummers and how they'll use the ride, and they'll be like, and they'll accent, you know, double crack on the snare, bang, bang. And so that would be, you know, and that's cool rhythm right there. I'm like, okay, so that's a cool little part. Now let's add on to that. Now I'll be searching, you know, what's going to go after that? That'll work. A 4 count. And then see, I'm constantly like, that was 2 ideas there and I just stuck together, and you work on it and you're like, yep, I like the sound of that, that fits, it doesn't fit. There's just so many things you can do like that, and then you can slow it down after you've been doing tremolo picking. That's a cool thing to do too, like, is hang out a power chord in between a slow part and a fast part. So all these like little tricks, little ideas, but hey, use one of those ones that I was talking about from the very beginning, and yeah, I just love that like constant experimentation. And that's something that's, I don't know, it's like you can try teach that, but that's just got to be your own, like, I suppose, desire or this passion, you know, where it's just like you just love listening to music, you love riffs, and you just keep thinking about it. Like, I was literally at work today, like going, picking patterns in my head. I'm there, they're probably thinking I'm a freak, or like I'm just there going, doing like air guitar, going, and I'm like doing little pattern ideas, like rhythmic patterns, and I'm like, oh crap, snap out of it, mate, you're at work, get some work done. But you know, that's what it's like. I'm just obsessive about thinking about this all the time. So hey, grab your guitar, light it up, and until next time, legends, take care of yourself, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch us later.